In the country of Uganda, approximately 1 million people have died from HIV and AIDS. 150,000 children live with the disease, and 1.2 million of those children have HIV and AIDS. Currently, 1.2 million of the Uganda citizens live with the disease. The history of HIV and AIDS has 3 different stages. The first stage occurred in the region of Lake Victoria, in urban sexual networks, and along major highways. When the disease first came about, it was known as the Slim disease, and in 1982, the first case was discovered, and it was known as AIDS. The first AIDS control program was set up in 1987 to educate the public and to teach prevention towards the disease. The government had to come up with a way to prevent the disease, and their first approach was the ABC method. The A was to abstain, the B was to be careful, and the C was to use condoms. Small organizations helped with the government and used a grassroots approach to teach the public and to use prevention, and one of those organizations was the AIDS support organization known as TASO. The second stage was from 1992 to 2000. HIV prevalence had dramatically decreased from its peak in Uganda in 1991. In that year, 30% of the Uganda citizens were pregnant women, and they were with the disease. 15% of all of the citizens in the country had the disease, but in 2001, those statistics decreased to 5%. The third stage is the current stage now from 2000 on, and this stage is used to stabilize the prevention of AIDS. The spread of HIV has infected 6.5% of adults and 0.7% of children. The new 43% of the new contaminations are in mutually heterogenetic relationships. 57% of all of the people in Uganda that are with the disease are women. Women are more likely to get the disease than men because they are more sexually active at a younger age, and they're more likely to get married. AIDS has weakened the health and educational services, reduced agricultural outputs and food security, and reduced the country's labor force. The government has been working to prevent the disease, and with the help of, along with the head of the state, Yari Museveni. To help with the prevention, the country has implemented a routine or an opt-out testing procedure. This procedure basically states that whenever any person comes in or goes to any healthcare facility in Uganda, they are automatically tested for HIV or any other diseases. If they do not want to be tested, they can, or if they are strategically against it, that is fine. But studies have shown that only 5% of the people that have been tested are only 5% refuse. And in 1997, Uganda established the same-day voluntary counselor and testing services. This basically was very helpful to everyone that has the disease, because before 1997, it would take up to 2 weeks to get the results back if they got them back at all. There was sometimes a 30% chance that they would even get them back. 10 years later, in 2007, 554 healthcare clinics provided the same-day voluntary counselor and testing services, and in 2008, that number increased to 812. As of now, over 2 million people have been provided with this procedure. Another form of prevention is the STI treatment kit. This consists of a 14-day program of condoms, tablets, information leaflets, and partner referral cards. It originated to reinforce common use, prevent over-the-counter sales of unsuitable treatments, and to encourage partner referrals and improve the STI treatment rates. So in all, these are some of the ways to prevent HIV and AIDS in Uganda, and they are working really hard to prevent more of the disease and to get more people with help that already have the disease. If you want to help, you can go to tasouganda.com or go to avert.com.